I'm not saying that I'd fold, but I am saying that my attitude would change very quickly if I were called a good girl. 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 Yurier-Yurith-Yuriterpreter. That's not a normal Yuri, is it? Hold up. What is this person? I think we have some work to do. Tumblr, I'm not adding tags to my posts. They'll get to whoever needs to see them, which is often no one, I guess. They reach me, and me. Also me. It's a little peek behind the scenes. I gather a bunch of Tumblr posts into little folders that have like different labels to try to group them up. My random Tumblr post has over 200 screenshots now, so I have a bit of catching up to do there. Why does this happen to me is in several of them. You have been seen. Ooh, okay. I like the coloration here. This is... Slime Girl Yuri was not on my to-do list, but okay. Early access to my finished works on Patreon. Hey, Yuri Faith Misinterpreter and Yuri Interpreter. I just found out that there are two of you frickers when I went to tag Yuri Faith. Namori. At least I think that's how that's pronounced. Probably also due for a video, for being honest here. Another copycat. The Yuri still appreciated though. I'm Yurier and you know it. Then why do you keep needing to reblog from me to add Yuri to your blog? I don't know if you've reblogged even one post about Yuri without going through me. In fact, you just did it again. I've been busy lately and unable to tend to this blog. I just so happened to find Yuri first in your blog. Yes, of course, because I'm the Yuriest and you're a pale imitation. Anyway, I have to go do something now. See you later, Uwu. The Yuris have found each other, and they are fighting over Yuriness. Will today be a Yuriful day? Yes! Wow, it was unanimous. You don't even have to break the vote, it was true. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the Yuriest of them all? I don't own a magic mirror, so this will always show me. Are you sure this mirror isn't magical in some way? Mirror world mirror interpreter, alright, sure. Well, I am the Yuriest of them all, so magical or not, the mirror will show me. Therefore, I have no way of knowing. My wife gives me coins sometimes. Seems nice and Yuriful. What does Yuriful mean? Full of Yuri. What is Yuri? The meaning of life. Is it like the saving box my wife gave me to put the coins in? It's the thing that made the saving box, as it was born from the Yuri between you two. Is Yuri another word for love? It's another word for the best kind of love. What is the best kind of love? The sapphic kind. I now realize I assumed your gender identity. What's a sapphic? Non-women loving non-women. Wait, non-women, what? I think Yuri Interpreter might be a little bit confused. I'm not a non-woman? I'm so lost right now. Isn't that yaoi? Don't believe their evil tricks. Yuri is between non-men. How dare you sacrifice a perfectly good explanation to mess with this user? I realize now I am stupid. Took you long enough? I mixed up non-men with non-women. I'm so sorry. Rookie mistake, which is no surprise, as you're so less Yuriful than me. Untrue, my Yurifulness is transcendent. Yet you made the most basic of mistakes? The eepiness made me. You could even say the eepiness made the mistake, not me. Well, I've personally never made that mistake, regardless of how tired I am, so... You've clearly never reached high levels of eepiness, then. One must rest if one wants to Yuri. Damn, I gotta fix my sleep schedule then. Genuinely the best argument I've ever heard. You've convinced me, Yuri, I'll try. Sleep is for the weak. I love pulling multiple all-nighters in a row and then sleeping for 18 hours straight. Very Yuri-ful. 18 hours is almost a day without seeing your partners. Very un-Yuri-ful. Joke's on you, I can cuddle up to my partner during most of that time, which is very Yuri-ful. Well, Yaoi-ful because my partner's a man, but still. Then get inverted is an option. Not if you spend over 17 hours with either of your partners. Or other forms of Yuri. The percentage of sleeping is lower, and therefore you consume more Yuri per unit time. Enough that you're more tired, which means you can't engage with what you're doing as well as you can after a good night of sleep, which makes the time spent of lower quality. If I read something after not sleeping for 50 hours, I'm sure as heck not going to remember it. That's just a waste of Yuri, uwu. Not if you're caffeinated enough. You're borrowing time from the future. You'll have to pay it eventually. Yes, but if I don't sleep for 3 days straight and then sleep for 18 hours, that's 6 hours per day, which is less than I sleep usually. I am therefore gaining time to be Yuri-ful. I already explained why that's not true, and I don't want to repeat myself. Alright, I'm gonna real quick do a quick little ramble on this one. I'm currently in the process of trying to fix my sleep schedule after pulling way too many all-nighters, and it's not even like just a week thing, it's several years of a very unhealthy pattern. Yuri is correct here. It is not worth it. I'm currently in the process of having to pay that off. Oh boy. Regret. It's especially bad because, you know, I at least have an actual job I need to show up to regardless of how tired I am. Which is not good. So consider this a little tidbit of advice. Please at least try to take care of your sleep schedule. I don't care if the Yuris are just Tumblr gimmick blogs being silly. I know real people believe this. Including me. Yuri Fate Misinterpreter, I propose a Yuri Alliance. I'm not getting into an alliance with someone I just met. Even less if there's someone has made their, you haven't specified your pronouns yet, blog name a direct parody of mine. Even if the Yuri Alliance would be Yuri-ful? My alliances are already as Yuri-ful as they can be because they have me in them and also my lovely girlfriend. Even without the Yuriest of them all, aka me? Keep dreaming. You can't take my title just because you named your blog that. You may call it a dream, but oh, right, I own the Yurier.com domain, so therefore I'm Yurier. That means literally nothing. Cope all you want, but I'm Yurier. I bet you haven't even kissed a girl. Don't out me like that. I mean, what? I've kissed girls, plenty of girls. I've kissed more girls than every girl combined. Keep lying to yourself. That surely will get you a date. Lies and slander. If I've never kissed a girl, explain my amazing Yuri writing technique. If I've never killed a man, explain my amazing murder mystery writing skills. And you have not shown these supposedly amazing skills yet, uwu. You're just saying that because you want to read Yuri. which I respect, and shall therefore post the first 2 chapters of my Yuri book I'm writing. Oh, it's a doc, okay. Here you go. Trigger warning, suicide. Oh dear, I can't even finish saying that word without you two being mad at me, but I can show it in text, I've learned. I'm actually going to leave the doc link in the description for anyone who wants it. Fair warning, though, so, you know, be careful with that. Please be respectful. It's very obviously beginner writing, and therefore should be respected if for no other reason than that someone is actually trying. Remember, there's a difference between mockery and constructive criticism. Interesting. Do you also hate me? Would you consider yourself Yuri-ful? Me and Inverted get very Yuri-ful. Ooh, not just Yuri-ful, but very Yuri-ful? I like you. Insert stereotypical interaction bait here. Insert reblog explaining how this is actually a Deltarune reference. Insert reblog explaining how this is Yuri. Insert reblog explaining how this is a threat on my life and an attempt to kill me. Insert reblog where I threaten your life and try to eat you. You guys are all trying too hard. Indifferent has become one of my favorites purely because of their torment nexus. I cannot dedicate the time to making videos on it because it's so freaking long, but it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Insert reblog where I remind you I'm right and you're wrong, usually in all caps. Insert reblog where I actually don't care. Not caring, shocker. Insert reblog where I missed the point entirely. Insert reblog where I act way too serious and maybe also add a JPEG. I need to learn to do bird calls now. If for no other reason than that I want to. You vaguely hear that the chirps sound like insert reblog where I chirp and tweet. How did I miss this gold in my own damn reblogs? What the frick is this? Insert reblog where I act chill and nonchalant despite being a deity and therefore subverting expectations. Insert reblog where I explain why you haven't seen me in weeks and how this is actually gay. Insert reblog on how I'm actually even more Yuri than Yuri Faith Misinterpreter. You're just a pale imitation of me and will die in obscurity. I might be, but I will do so bringing Yuri to the world. You stole my profile picture and made it worse? What about bisexual women? What about non-binary people that consider themselves sapphic? Hey, that's me. That's me with inverted, at least. Lesbians aren't the only ones with Yuri. Actually, you're right. My bad. Let me fix that real quick. Much better at Yuri Faith Misinterpreter. Well, I guess that's better, but next time, try to add your own touch to the profile pic instead of just putting a flag there. Makes it more unique to you. Not changing it anymore. I just realized I'm yet to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Yurier-Yurith-Lexi. Call me whichever, I really do not mind. My pronouns are she/they, and my sole purpose in life is to achieve the abstract of Yuri. I am also Yurier than Yuri Faith Misinterpreter. You know what, I actually do want to talk about this real quick. This isn't a Yurier-Yurith-Yuriterpreter issue alone, but it's a really good example. If you make a gimmick blog like this where you intentionally base it off a different one as a direct point of contrast, you do run the limitation that you are now this and really nothing else. And that can be very tricky. But that's okay because you can adjust. You can change that. As an easy example, rival, worst, I believe it was Immortal that showed up as a way to solely mock Nessie, who is nihilism, and both of them have evolved into very different characters as well. Like, these things can happen. It's just, you know, you kind of have to make adjustments to be able to stand on your own at a certain point. Or you can stay a silly gimmick the whole time. Both are valid. But it is worth considering before you hop in, you know? Yeah, that concludes today's Yuriest videos. I do want to point out though, because I'm sure people are curious, Faithless's green cat girl thing now has basically replaced everything with Faithless. That is canon now. It's been kind of retconned a little, which is fine. Whatever. Do what you gotta do. Honestly, I'd argue that they're still very, very cute, but definitely a different character. I'm down for it. It's just, you know, I feel like I gotta point out to you guys because I know my YouTube audience. Several people have shown up with only the context of these videos. And I have not been able to jam in half the lore. The majority of the lore I have to leave on the table just because there's not enough time to make videos on it, you know? With that said, I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, blah, 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 blah. And like always, wish you an absolutely fantastic week.